the BlackStar Canyon um, is it's well known to us, to to some of us, and one of the things that we usually associate with it right away when we think of BlackStar Canyon, unfortunately, we think of massacre, and because those are the stories that we know, and um, during that time, it was about, I believe it was in the 1830s, and you're looking at a time of another transition with the people, with the whole emancipation from the mission,
Yeah.
secularization, where people are kind of becoming less dependent on the missions or controlled by the missions, but they're going out and trying to survive once again off the land or on ranches or wherever they can. And you have to remember how the landscape by this time has changed. The deer are going to be less abundant. A lot of the wildlife is going to be less abundant. But in this particular place, you had ranches that had horses, right? And when people are starving, communities are starving because they're trying to survive, to eat. They can only rely on what their ancestors did, because the landscape is changing, and different things. So these horses were available, and some of these people were believed to have um, acquired some of these horses and slaughtered them for food.
Yeah.
And when the ranchers found out, they had hired some people to come and take vengeance on this community who had supposedly done that. And when they approached that community, there were no questions asked. They just started firing upon this community that was in the BlackStar Canyon, and people, um, you know, we don't know if there were any survivors, but it's been told that there were some people who escaped and fled, that they they were basically massacred for that, and then at that time, these people were labeled horse thieves, and you can apply it today. I guess the contemporary thing is like somebody would be stealing cars today, and that's how they would have looked at it back then, for stealing cattle. But it was survival. They didn't have any other food to eat, so they were going to and doing this. And
It's like, what decisions can you make in such a
exactly.
violent, horrible time? Like,
Right.
starvation does become part of colonial policy.
Right.